25 million people visit Germany each year to explore its picturesque scenery, quaint towns, and delicious foods. From Berlin to Munich to Hamburg, there are a ton of German cities to explore. What's more, Germany is home to some of the most spectacular celebrations and festivals, such as Oktoberfest and Carnival. Germany has a rich and diverse history, with varied landscapes and a range of cultural traditions. As an English speaker, you'll find that many Germans have a good grasp of your language, especially in cities like Berlin. Still, it's a good idea to learn some German before you visit. One of Europe's largest countries, Germany encompasses a wide variety of landscapes: the tall, sheer mountains of the south, the sandy, rolling plains of the north, the forested hills of the urbanized west, and the plains of the agricultural east. At the spiritual heart of the country is the magnificent east-central city of Berlin, which rose from the ashes of World War II and now, after decades of partition, is the capital of a reunified Germany, and the Rhine River, which flows northward from Switzerland and is celebrated in visual art, literature, folklore, and song. Along its banks and those of its principal tributaries, among them the Neckar, Main, Moselle, and Ruhr, stand hundreds of medieval castles, churches, picturesque villages, market towns, and centers of learning and culture, including Heidelberg, the site of one of Europe's oldest universities, founded in 1386, and Mainz, historically one of Europe's most important publishing centers. All are centerpieces of Germany's thriving tourist economy, which brings millions of visitors to the country each year, drawn by its natural beauty, history, culture, and cuisine, including its renowned wines and beers. Germany's largest wooded area, and its most famous, is in the southwest, near the Swiss border. This is the Black Forest, a mountainous region full of pines and fir trees. This forest contains the source of the Danube, one of Europe's longest rivers. The German government works hard to protect the country's wildlife. There are 97 nature reserves in Germany, the biggest of which is the Black Forest. Despite these efforts, however, many species are at risk of extinction, including beavers, minks, and, off the coast, certain species of whales. Germany's major unspoiled habitats are in two main regions. The flat northern coast is home to sea life and wading birds, while the forested hills and mountains in the south are the best place to find wildcats, boar, ibex, and other large mammals. Humans settled in northern Europe about 10,000 years ago, after the end of the last ice age. The first people to speak a language similar to modern German probably lived in the area about 5,000 years ago. It was still thousands of years, though, before Germany was created. In the late 19th century, Germany began competing with other European countries to set up colonies in Africa and Asia. These tensions led to World War I in 1914, the worst conflict the world had ever seen. Germany and its allies lost the war to Britain, France, Russia, Italy, Romania, Japan, and later, the United States. After losing World War II, Germany was in ruins, and it was divided into West and East. In 1949, 4 years after the war had ended, the country divided into the Federal Republic of Germany, in the West, and the Communist German Democratic Republic, in the East. The country became the center of a standoff between the Soviet Union and Western powers. This confrontation, which lasted 44 years, was called the Cold War. Over time, West Germany recovered to become Europe's richest country, but East Germany fell far behind. In 1989, East Germany opened its borders, and the Cold War came to an end. After the two sides reunified in 1989, Germany spent billions of pounds to modernize the East. Today, almost 1 in every 10 Germans comes from a foreign country, more than at any time in Germany's history. The largest minority are Turkish, who started to come to Germany in the 1950s to work. About 2/3 of Germans are Christians. All in all, Germany has been called the land of poets and thinkers. Germans are famous in all forms of art, but particularly classical music. Germany's famous composers include Bach, Brahms, Schumann, Wagner, and Beethoven.